Afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Voices of Rio. I'm David Lawrence, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. I'm here with my co-host, Dr. Donna Mitchell. She is the Dean of the College of Health and Behavioral Studies. And this afternoon we've got a really exciting show for you. We're going to be hosting some students who are outstanding students for Rio Grande in various programs, various departments and schools. As we get into it, it's the end of the semester, the end of the academic year, so we've got a lot of exciting things going on, including our commencement ceremony coming up May 2nd, which is this Saturday. So there's been a lot of exciting things going on, a lot of activities going on in the music department, the art exhibits showing a lot going on. We've also started with something new this year, highlighting some of our students who are doing some undergraduate research. And it's titled the Research and Scholarship Exhibition. It occurred just a couple of weeks ago, first time ever, had over 35 projects involving over 50 students and 15 different faculty from all across the campus. And I wanted to share with you just a couple of titles of some of the presentations that were done. There are a variety of them. The Madness, a Psychoanalysis of Jamestown During the Starving Time. Is Your Chair Killing You? This was an interesting one based on the kinesthetics of sitting and the problems that some folks have with sitting all day. Diachromatic Horse Vision and Chromatic Discrimination. The Adventures in Video Game Design. Here's one that some of you will relate to. Others, like me, will have no idea what they're talking about. Determining the effect voltage has on protein migration distance in vertical and horizontal gel electrophoresis. We also had some that were a little bit lighter. Trees, Trash, or Treasure. And of course some typical things that you would find in the humanities. Jane Austen, What's Love Got to Do with It? We also had, one of the groups also put together scenes from an opera. They did The Old Man and the Thief by Giancarlo Menotti, and they did some scenes from that. It was a really outstanding program, and it highlighted the fact that we've got a lot of exciting things going on. We've got a lot of very talented, very intelligent students who are making some incredible presentations on our campus.
In addition, in my college, we have some other pinning ceremonies that are going on, and that's probably my favorite time of the year, graduation and pinning ceremonies. We see the hard work the students have put in, and we see it come to fruition when they actually get their pins, and they're actually on their way to graduation and employment, which makes parents very happy. We had a pinning ceremony last night for Rad Tech. It was very, very nice, and the parents were so proud. There were so many awards given out, and the students really seemed to enjoy that a lot. Tonight we have a respiratory therapy pinning ceremony, so every night this week there's an activity on campus, whether it be arts or whether it be some pinning ceremonies leading up to graduation. Friday night we have the nursing pinning, and we will be pinning probably around 90 students.
And that's always packed, if I remember correctly.
It's a full house. In fact, we have to give out tickets. It's in the Fine Arts Center. So we have several students who will be receiving awards that night. The students who will be receiving awards that night have not yet been named. The nursing program likes to keep that a secret until that night, so the suspense builds and then the award recipients are announced. So they will find out Friday night, although their names, unbeknownst to them, are in the program already for graduation on Saturday. So it's a very exciting time, and I'm excited that we have these students with us who have been awarded special awards in their programs, and so let's go on and start talking to our students.
Thank you, Dr. Mitchell. We do have a number of students with us. We're going to start off with Jessica DeLong. She's an English major. She's here with us. She's been chosen as the outstanding English major by the English department. Jessica, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yeah, I am an English major, and this is my third year here at Rio, and I have been able to complete my coursework in 3 years, which I'm very excited about. Throughout my time here, I have been able to do several things through the English department. In October, traveled to Stratford, Ontario to the Stratford Shakespeare Festival, and I was able to see 2 plays and a musical there, and that was really exciting. And in March, I was able to go to Albuquerque, New Mexico for the International Sigma Tau Delta Convention, where I was able to present my paper on passive resistance in the bluest eye, which I completed in one of my courses here. And I was also able to present that paper again at the RISE event that you were talking about just a little bit ago.
I saw it listed in the program.
But my time here has been really cool, and I'm really happy that I chose the major I did, and the English department has been great, and I've really enjoyed the program.
Good. What do you plan to do when you graduate?
I'm actually double majoring in English and AYA Integrated Language Arts, which means I will be a high school English teacher, and I still have to complete my student teaching, which I'll do in the fall, and I'll be completely done in December, and I hope to long-term sub in the spring somewhere close, and then get a teaching job somewhere in the fall of 2016.
So you're from this area?
I'm from Hocking County, which is about an hour north of here, and I commute actually from there. So.
Ah. And you were able to do all this in, well, what's going to end up being 3.5 years?
Right, yeah.
And at the double major?
Yeah, I lived on campus my first year, and I decided, due to some family reasons, that I wanted to stay at home. And so I've been commuting for 2 years now, and I've really enjoyed it. I feel like I've gotten a lot of the experiences that a person living on campus would, because I'm involved in the English Honor Society and things like that. But I've really liked it.
That's terrific. That's terrific. Do you want to talk just a little bit about your experience in the English Honor Society?
Sure. The English Honor Society is a program that you can be involved in. If you have taken several English courses, you have to take your Comp 1 and Comp 2 sequence, as well as, I believe, 3 other English courses that are higher level. I was a member in, I believe, fall of last year, and I was elected president this year, and it's a really neat experience because you get to meet other people that share your major, not only from this school, but from other schools around the country. When we went to Albuquerque, there were, I believe, 3 different countries represented and people from all 50 states, so that was really cool. We got to definitely meet a lot of unique people and see people that were interested in the same thing that we were. In my panel, it was all about women's voices on the color line, and while I don't typically write about race relations and things like that, I was really interested and got to see a lot of different perspectives on that issue, so it was really cool.
That's terrific. Well, we appreciate you coming on to the show with us, and congratulations on this accomplishment. That's terrific. And we look forward to hearing great things about you in the future.
Thank you.
Dr. Mitchell, you've got a number of things going on with all the pinnings and everything. Do you have some other programs that have some other awards coming up?
Well, the DMS program, the sonography program, actually doesn't have their pinning until summer. Theirs is a 4-semester program. So there will be some other awards coming in August, and I'm looking forward to that pinning ceremony as well. We always have a good time at that pinning ceremony with Stephanie and the other faculty in the sonography program.
I know she does a terrific job with that.
Yes, she does. And now our next guest is Evan Legg, and he is the outstanding student with a baccalaureate degree in business. So Evan, welcome to the show. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Yeah, thank you. Glad to be here. When I first came to Rio, like a lot of college students, straight out of high school, you don't really know what you want to major in. Don't really know what exactly you're interested in. And I first came here and majored in accounting, and I found out right away that that's not something I wanted to be doing the rest of my life. So I had a lot of long talks with my advisor, Chuck Winters, and my dad, and ended up choosing information technology and the business perspective side of it. And right away I enjoyed, all the classes I was in. I was still getting that business, the business education that I wanted. And then I was also getting educated on computers and how they work, which has always been a big interest of mine.
So what about the program have you liked the best?
I would just say that hands-on with the computers, that's something I've always been fascinated with. Like I said, my dad, he works down at OVEC, and he's head IT down there. So he's always brought a lot of projects home and stuff, and I've always sat there and kind of watched him. So I've always been interested in learning as much as I could about it. So, working with databases and web design and stuff like that, it was really neat for me to finally get to experience that for myself.
So computer science is kind of in your blood with IT background with your father.
Yes.
So you're following in his footsteps.
Yes, exactly. And I also got the chance this past summer to intern for him, underneath him, and it was a great experience. He was able to help me out a lot. I learned a great amount of skills down there working for him.
Okay. Somebody has told me that you might be a basketball player.
Yeah.
Is that true? Could you tell us a little bit about
Yes,
that?
like I said, when I came here, all I know is I wanted to play basketball. And Coach French, always known Coach French for a long time, since I was a little kid. And he was on me in high school, so I decided to come here. And it was a great experience. Played 4 years. You don't hear that a lot nowadays, 4-year player being at one school. You get a lot of transfers. So coming here and playing 4 years and being a part of the basketball family was, a great experience for me. And then it also helped me with being a student athlete. That helps you grow up and helps you, balance what you do in your spare time. So I didn't have a lot of spare time, so I had to, mature a lot as a young kid. And when I came home from long road trips or something like that, I had to get right to work on my homework. That way I could maintain the GPA that I wanted.
I would say that was a lot of work to keep your academics up and keep your sports up, and to start playing for 4 years, play varsity for 4 years is great. I think I've seen you play ball because I've come to some of the basketball games.
Yeah. Like I said, being a student athlete always isn't the easiest thing. But like I said, it helps you mature a lot. I don't think my college career wouldn't have been as fun for me without it.
What do you plan to do after you graduate?
Right now I'm applying basically everywhere back home. And I want to live back home if it's possible. But if not, I'm going to start applying towards bigger cities such as Cincinnati, Columbus. I have a couple interviews next week, as a matter of fact, back home, so I'm hoping I can do well on those and just get the opportunity to live around my family. I'm a big family person, so that would be big for me.
And where's back home?
Piketon, Ohio.
Okay, so you're not too far from home.
No.
Were you a residential student or a commuter?
I lived here on campus.
That helps with basketball, so you're there for practice.
No way I could have done it.
Well, we appreciate your time and coming in, and again, congratulations on the award you've won, and we wish you well, and we know we'll be hearing great things about you in the future.
All right, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you. It's amazing to see these students who are so successful, and they're also athletes. I know the time that's involved having children who were athletic in high school, and to see them to be able to be an outstanding, excelling student and also an athlete is really, really an accomplishment.
It really is. You have to work so hard just to maintain your academic status, and to add that type of pressure of a varsity athlete on top of it is, you're right, a very, very big and healthy responsibility and accomplishment. The next student we have coming on is Grant Millard.
Yes.
Grant is actually a recipient of 2 different Outstanding Student Awards, one for history and one for Spanish. Welcome, Grant.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I came from Dayton, Ohio, of all places. I went to Northmont High School, and little known fact, I actually came here to run track. I was a pole vaulter in high school, and thought I was hot stuff because I knew how to do it, and was the only one in my high school to was able to do it. So I lettered all 4 years of high school and came in, ran at Rio, but I learned real quick that I was not able to compete at the collegiate level. So I just got out of track and just kind of focused on academics. And the first person I met at Rio was Ellen Brassel. When I came in for orientation, they were the first person they took me to, and so. And immediately that sold me on becoming a history major, and so I decided to get a Bachelor of Arts in history, and along with that, a Bachelor of Arts comes a Spanish aspect to the degree. So I also got to know Karen Elliott really well at the same time, and so just going through with those two, and also Dr. Beekman with the history program has been fantastic. I've learned a ton, and I've had a blast in classes, and have really enjoyed my degree. And actually going to classes for my degree rather than just kind of trucking through. It's been fun, which is why I think I did so well, is because I really enjoyed it. So it's been a blast. Rio's been one of the best places one of the best decisions I made to come to. So it's been a lot of fun.
And that coming from Dayton.
Yes, coming from Dayton, coming from, of all places. Coach Willie knew my stepdad, who was a track coach, and that's kind of how I got involved. And came here, wasn't quite sure whether I would like it or not, but then I met people like Ellen Brassel and Dr. Beekman, and a lot of the faculty members, a lot of the students. Just Rio Grande's a very family feel kind of campus to it, so it was all too easy just to kind of hop in and stay here. So.
What do you plan on doing with a history degree and some Spanish in your background?
Well, that's actually kind of funny because I'm not actually using either. Spanish or history. I picked up a marketing minor, so I'm also part of the School of Business in my junior year, and I'll be finishing with a minor in marketing. There we go. And I actually received an offer and accepted it on Monday, this past Monday. So I'm going to Columbus, and I'm working with a very young company called Rev Local, who is in the digital marketing industry. So basically, they help small businesses have a larger online presence and be more successful in marketing online, which is kind of the future of business is online marketing.
Well, congratulations. That's terrific.
So I accepted an offer with them, and they're a small company that's growing rapidly, so I'm excited to see kind of where that takes me and where it goes. So I learned a lot at Rio in a whole bunch of different fields: history, Spanish, marketing. I took a lot of English classes. I mean, I just had a blast kind of grasping at any straw I could possibly find. So.
Good. A true Renaissance man.
Yes.
So although you're in Dr. Lawrence's college, in a way you're also in my college, so we can both take credit for you.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and I've worked with, everywhere I could possibly go. I've kind of wanted to dip my hand in all the pots I could. So I like school. I don't know if that's weird or not, but it's been fun. I've had a blast.
Terrific. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for
congratulations on your job.
Thank you.
Your new job and these awards.
Yes, absolutely.
We appreciate you coming on. Thank you.
Thank you.
As I mentioned earlier, we've got a lot of exciting scholarship going on campus. We've got awards that we're giving out. This is always an exciting time to see those students walking across the stage and getting those diplomas. The expressions on their faces when they realize, okay, they're ready to enter the workforce, is always neat, and it's an exciting time.
Not only the expression on the student's face, but the expression on mom and dad's face.
Absolutely.
They have the child out of the house and ready to get a job and move on with life. Next we have Cody Heisel. Hello, Cody.
Hi.
Hi.
He's outstanding student in industrial automation and maintenance. That's a mouthful. Can you tell us a little bit about you, where you came from?
Sure. Well, I'm 27 years old, and I'm in industrial automation and maintenance. It's a 2-year program for now, and that worked out best for me, just where I'm at in life now. It's actually my second experience with college. I went right after high school, and I found out it wasn't for me. I didn't have the mindset and the determination I had now. Then I went out and worked in the industry in a union job, did some construction and insulation work for a long time, and then I had a son 2.5 years ago, and that kind of changed my mindset. I wanted to get out of that work and find something a little more secure, and I liked sort of the environment I'm in. My dad does a maintenance position at Tiger Creek Power Plant, and I've been in there doing some work, and I like the automation field. There's a lot of things you can do with it. But now that I've been here and learned more, I learned there's a lot of other areas that you can work in. I learned how many things is automated, and it's everywhere. It's big. There's a lot of different fields that I could find employment, hopefully.
That's so true. I have been the dean of that college for a short period of time, or that school, and it amazes me, all the automation and the plants we visited and all the opportunities. And so you're also following in your father's footsteps with a similar career.
Yeah, I like the maintenance job. He's always had a good job. It's secure, and it's kind of a good work. I'm kind of taking a step further here with the automation, because it's new stuff. He's not really that involved with that side of the plant, but that's something I'm interested in. Everything's tied into computers now. The things I've learned here, I've seen everywhere. Like you said, we've went on a lot of tours. I've got to see different facilities, factories here locally. We went to Chillicothe, to a Kenworth facility, and watched a facility where they're making 200 trucks, full-size trucks a day. Wow. They're literally at a station putting in an engine, and I believe it was 4 minutes, and a large diesel engine. So it's impressive, and that's the kind of place I hope I'm able to find employment and get to use some of the skills that I've learned here.
It's hard to believe that they can do some of those things in such a short period of time.
It's incredible. It's amazing what they enable us to do at working with the machinery and the computers and everything. Can really do some amazing things.
Well, we're really glad you came back to school, because you've excelled, and you found what you wanted to do, and you found a home at Rio Grande.
Sure, it's a great school. Definitely highly recommended to anybody. It's like you said, it's a kind of a family feel. It's certainly a personal experience. I feel like I'm more of a name than a number to professors and anybody. Lots of friends. It's just a good community. it's really flew by. 2 years went extremely fast. Potentially in the future I would pursue the 2+2, which is what I thought, but just where I'm at in life right now, I'd like to find a job. I think I could find a good job to start out and build with my associate's degree.
So your plans for the future are to see what's out there in the employment world and maybe come back for your...
Yes, I know there's some potential for certain employers to help you come back and enhance your skills kind of for their benefit and yours, and that's something I might pursue later in the future when I'm more able to do. Yeah, I'm hoping to get out into the job market here maybe this summer. I've got a few applications I've put in now, and the school has actually helped me find some, get some attention from some employers already.
Great. I know Keith Saunders has some good connections.
Oh yes, he's been a big help. He was my advisor, so yes, certainly.
Well, thank you for coming on, and congratulations on your award.
All right, thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
It just really impresses me to see these young people and see what they've done and where they're going to go, and it will be interesting to see in 10, 15 years where they are and the mark they'll make in the world.
I always find it interesting when a student comes back after being out in the workforce for a while, and they come with a whole different perspective on how important it is to actually get that education and what that can mean for you. So congratulations on that. Our next award winner is from the School of Sciences. He's a wildlife and fish conservation and management student. This is Troy Koenig. Welcome, Troy. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Glad you could be with us. Tell us a little bit about yourself and then the program.
I'm 22 years old. This is my second degree. I have an associate's in natural resources law enforcement from Hocking College, and I did the 2+2 through Rio Grande, and this was actually my only first year on the campus, which was a little interesting because it was a bit of a transition, but I felt right at home as soon as I moved down here. The program's been great. There's a lot of hands-on, and it's really what I've been looking for in a degree. Like everybody, you go to a big school and it just seems like you're just somebody sitting in the crowd, and actually be able to get my hands on with what I will be doing in the future, it was a great experience for me. And this last year was pretty difficult, especially this last semester. I had to make a lot of sacrifices in order to, I guess, achieve this award, which I was surprised to get in. But I can't look back and regret anything. It was the best decision I've made by far. So.
I know you've got a couple of very, very strong faculty members in Dr. Hopkins and Dr. Altoff. They are tough faculty members, but they will go the extra mile for you.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. They've been a great help. Anything I needed help with, just questions on interviews or anything, just advice for applying for jobs. They've been there for me, and sometimes, there's been some things that they really grill you on, but it really, when you look back, it really helps you grow as a person. So I can't more than thank them for where I am today.
What is it that you're going to be doing now that you've got this?
As of right now, as long as paperwork goes through, I'll be having a seasonal with the Division of Wildlife. So I'm just waiting to hear back when the start date happens, and I happened to hear back the other day. So I'm just hopefully be able to move myself up the ladder and hopefully be somewhere full time.
That's terrific. From what I understand from Dr. Altoff, those jobs are kind of few and far between.
Yes, they are. You kind of have to make more sacrifices once you get into the job force of taking a seasonal in order to build your resume and to become like a greater person and have better attributes than the next person. So that was kind of another pushing factor of why I came back to school. So.
Well, that's terrific. Thank you for coming aboard with us and this afternoon, and congratulations again on this accomplishment, and good luck to you in the future. I'm sure we will be hearing some great things about it from you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Troy made a great point, and that is the hard work and sacrifice that our students have to commit to their education, especially these students with whom we've just spoken, because they're outstanding students. They're not only students, but they're students who have excelled, students who have come from a variety of environments for a variety of reasons, and they all mentioned Rio as a family. Small classes, hands-on experience, one of the strengths of University of Rio Grande and Rio Grande Community College, and I'm really pleased to see our graduates speaking about those strengths.
It absolutely is. And for those who do come back to Rio Grande or who have been at a larger institution and then come back, I hear that frequently, that they get lost at an OSU or an OU or Marshall or one of the other bigger schools out there. Rio is a place that you can be very involved as you want to be, and you're not going to get lost in a group of numbers, in a large group of students, and that does make a difference. These students have sacrificed a lot, and I think back to the student who has a son now, and is thinking, I've got to be a little different. It's amazing how children will change you too. And get you focused on what's important in life, get your perspective into place.
Cody's son had an impact on his decision, it sounds like.
Yeah, I think he probably did. Well, let's see. We've got a couple more minutes here, a few more minutes here, and we are we through, everybody?
We are through, everybody.
All right.
How about the graduation?
As I mentioned earlier, we do have our commencement ceremony coming up this Saturday. It's always an exciting time. Students are looking forward to walking across the stage. Faculty are looking forward to figuring out how to get students to line up correctly, get into the right seats. You're not going to have to this year, but I'm going to be reading names again. That's always a challenge. For most of the names, no problem. For some names, there are some problems there, and it's always a little bit of a pressure to I want to get the name correct, and so that's exciting for me. I understand that one of your chairs, Jason Winters, is going to be reading names, and I kind of look forward to having him up there doing that with us. We have our new president who's going to be speaking. This is her first commencement, along with our new provost, who you and I realize we can't consider him new anymore. He's been here for almost a year now. And so I'm excited to see what their perspective is going to be and get their take on our commencement ceremony and things that they may want to see change in the future.
Our campus comes alive at commencement. It's alive all year round, but at commencement, when you see everybody come in, it's just electrifying. You just can't help but be excited. And I can remember when I was a faculty member tearing up as I'd see the students walk across the stage, because I felt almost like those were my children walking across the stage.
It is one of those times that I miss being a faculty member, because I used to direct the Grand Chorale, and I would be performing there with my students, and that was always exciting to actually be in front of an audience that size, because it's one of the few times on campus when we have that many people on our campus, and so it is a neat time, and students are really excited about it. Faculty are excited about it. They're also excited that it's going to be done with, and they can move on to summer plans, and the administration gets to keep chunking along and working on things.
And we luckily have Sunday to rest before we come back Monday and start over again.
Absolutely. So, how are we doing on time over there? We can cut any time? Thank you for letting me know that. Dr. Mitchell, welcome, and thank you for being a part of this show with us. We'll be doing another show every week with both business and some community events going on. So we invite you to come back and join us at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 3 o'clock on Wednesday afternoons. Thank you everybody very much.